Okay, so turn 1, because it's wet weather, we've got to roll the dice to see if the weather changes. On a 6 it will. And the result is 2, so no change to the weather. So, Rome moves first. They've got 7 commands plus Sempronius' exemption, plus whatever the dice roll is. So, we use the Roman commands until we get down to 1 or 0, and then we roll the command dice to see how many points are left. So, we'll start off with an attack here for 1 command with the light infantry. So they're hitting on 9s, plus they're the lead unit in the zone, so that gives them a command bonus of 1, so they're hitting on an 8. And the result is a 9, so the opposing light infantry are spent. We mark spent units with, I'll just use that, it's a little green wooden counter. Okay, so that's 1 command of our 7 used. So I'm going to use 2 commands to move these forward, another 2 to move these forward, and 1 plus Sempronius' exemption to move these guys forward. So that's going to be 2, 4, 5, 6 used, which means that we're down to 1 remaining, and we can roll the dice to see how many commands we get. And that's a 4, so half to 2, so that means that there'll be 3 commands left over. So what we'll do with those is we will advance the cavalry here and attack from a distance, and these guys here will just turn to face. So I'll do those moves and then we'll come back and look at the table. Okay, so we're back. So you can see here that the infantry have moved forward in the centre to join the light infantry there. The light infantry remain in the unit position. Over here we've got the attack coming in from a distance from this cavalry. So cavalry versus, or heavy cavalry versus light cavalry is hitting on a 8. Lead unit, so hitting on a 7, but they've charged in from a distance, so they're hitting on an 8 again. Let's roll. And a 7, so that's a miss. Now just a point, as I said before, light cavalry, cavalry can move 2 zones per turn, so that means they can charge and move 1 zone prior to attacking, but at the penalty of -1 for having moved. Over on the right flank there, you can see the 2 units of light heavy cavalry have only been turned. Now, I could have advanced them 1 zone forward, but I haven't. The reason for not doing that is that the attack limit is raised by 1 if a zone has got enemy to its front and to its flank. So when the Carthaginian cavalry advance to attack the Romans there, that will mean that this flank, or this right centre zone, will be able to attack with 4 units rather than just 3, which may give them an advantage, provided that the Carthaginians advance into that space, of course. Okay, so that's the Roman turnover. They've scored 1 hit, and the legions have advanced forward, awaiting the movement of the Carthaginians, and we'll go straight to that now. Okay, so here we are with Hannibal's turn. If you remember, his army has a fighting value of 83, so they start off with a base of 8 command points, plus the exemptions, plus the dice roll. So 8 command points should be enough to do whatever we want to do here. So there'll be an attack from this flank against the Roman cavalry there. There'll be an attack here with the light infantry, and then that will be reinforced by the heavy infantry there. Here, because they are spent and in the lead, we probably don't want to attack, because next turn they're likely to be shattered. So we might just bring forward the infantry there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, the other flank with the cavalry, there will be 2 commands used to join the heavy cavalry to the light cavalry there. Hannibal's zone will probably advance, we'll see about that, and here Mago's zone will turn to join there. So we'll start off with this attack. we're going to give the light cavalry a bonus. So it only costs one command to give light cavalry a bonus. It usually costs 2 commands to give a unit a bonus, unless it's a veteran unit, but light cavalry is special. So light cavalry versus heavy cavalry is hitting on a 9, I believe. Lead unit plus bonus, so they're hitting on a 7, and that's a 9, which is enough to spend the Roman cavalry there. So remembering that next turn the Roman cavalry, when they attack, will be attacking at a -1 because they are fatigued and spent. Okay, so I'll just do the movement elsewhere, and then, we'll do the attack with this light infantry too. So that's going to be another 1 point. So light infantry versus legionaries, they're going to be hitting on a 9, -1 for +1 for lead unit, -1 for attacking legionaries. Oops, a 6. So no hit there. So I'll just do the movement, and we'll come back to it. Okay, so at the close of turn 1, we've got the Carthaginians all ganging up here on this poor unit of Roman cavalry. We've got the centres engaged all along. As you can see, the light infantry did not attack, so that they could fall back away from the lead position here. They didn't want to get shattered next turn by being in the lead position. Here we have advanced, but Hannibal himself has moved to join the centre, where his command bonuses may be more effective. Over here the cavalry have just joined up, so you can see that this, as I was saying before, if the cavalry move in here, then this Roman zone will be able to attack, or their attack line will be increased to 4, which will be an advantage for them. So what Carthage wants to do is knock off these guys as quickly as possible, so that this is not a game-breaking or battle-breaking advantage. Okay, so that's turn 1 over. Turn 2 over. Now it's time for turn 3, and we'll get on to that.